What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'm going to be answering the questions that you guys left on my previous videos about being a first-time home buyer in the United Kingdom. So if you've left a question or you are curious about some of the process of getting your own house in the United Kingdom, then keep watching. Let me also use this medium to say thank you so much guys for all your well wishes and prayers in my previous videos. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate each and every one. And if you are new here, you're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't leave without liking this video, leave me comments below, share this video with somebody, and click the subscribe button if you have not. So let's get right on to the questions. I've got about 11 questions here, and let us dive. So let us dive right into it. And if you've got more questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I might just do another Q&A about the house buying process, especially as a first-time buyer in the United Kingdom. At this point, let me put a disclaimer. Please, I am not a financial advisor, I am not a mortgage advisor, I am not a solicitor, I am not affiliated with any home builder in the United Kingdom. I am simply sharing and answering these questions based on my experience and from what I've seen from my years of going for house hunting, viewing new builds in the United Kingdom. So if you need any legal advice, please reach out to a solicitor. So the first question says, how long did the whole house buying process take? Right. So for me, it took roughly 8 weeks, about seven weeks plus, let me say. And I believe this is because the house was already completed. Like the house was already built. That was why it was that fast. So for you, if you want to get a new build in the UK, it depends on a lot of factors, including the stage of building that house is. So if they have just laid the foundation, of course it's going to take a longer time. If they are almost finished, it will take, you know, considerable amount of time also. However, if it's a completed house, it should not take long, depending on your financials, also depending on whether you are ready, how fast your solicitors are, you know, your mortgage advisors and things like that. So a lot of factors actually add up to it, but for me it was 7 weeks and some days. Next question is, which scheme did I use to purchase the house? So for me, I did not use any government scheme to purchase the house. So before, there was Help to Buy, and right now there are still different government schemes that you can use to buy your house, especially if you're a first-time buyer. There are different schemes. I might do another video about that. If you guys want me to do that, please let me know in the comment section. So there are different schemes that you can use, but for me, I did not use any of that. And in addition, the home builders may also have different schemes and, you know, ways to help you to get your first home depending on your circumstance. So for me, again, the builder at the time had a 5% contribution scheme for people who want to buy their houses, and that was what I benefited from. So at different points, there will be different schemes from the government, from the builders, that you could take advantage of. And especially if it is from the builder, sometimes if you don't ask, you're not gonna know. Sometimes they put it on their website, and then from there you can pick it up, and when you go to visit them, you can ask them more about it. And sometimes it's not just there until you ask and say, oh, so are there any schemes that are available? Are there any incentives? Are there anything that I may benefit from that may help me with my home buying process? Then they will open up and they will share, you know, everything with you. So sometimes it's easily available. You can see it on their website, you know, or from a friend who has just gotten a house from the home builder. And sometimes you will have to ask them to know if there is any incentive or any scheme that's available to help you to get your own house. Next question says, at what point did you start to view houses? This is really a tricky one for me. So I would say the first time I went out to view houses with the intention of buying was about 4 years ago, 4+ years ago. And then at the point I stopped, I didn't really stop. At the point the intention changed. because I wasn't ready again to go ahead with buying a house. So I was just viewing the houses, just, you know, for content for my channel. So what I do is I sign up for updates from different home builders. So when they have new houses, they send their updates, I see it, I check online if it's something I'm interested in, or I just have some time on my hand, even though I wasn't ready to buy at that time. And because I needed content for my channel anyway, I just go there, I look around, I do window shopping, I film content. But if I want to give you the closest answer to this, then it will probably be 7.5 weeks before I got my house. I know it sounds silly, it sounds ridiculous, it sounds impossible, but like I said, I already had idea of what I want. I have already been viewing houses years before, so I don't know, but you get Sha. So for you want to purchase a house and you're wondering when should I start viewing houses, start viewing it now. Even if you don't have the money yet, even if you are just about to start saving, you necessarily don't need to go there in person, you know, to view the house. You can go online, go to different home builders websites online and view, just view. In fact, that viewing itself, it will help you, it will prepare your heart subconsciously, it will be in your mind, and you will one way or the other start planning towards it. So start viewing online. You don't have to be there physically. Even though you've not started saving yet, it will help you to know the kind of house that you want. That's one. And also, it will help you to know how much roughly you are looking at when saving. You get? So by the time you view some houses online and you see they say, oh, this one is £180,000. This one is £250,000. And you'll be like, oh, I think I want to go for the £250,000 house. And then you read more about it, they tell you need a 10% deposit. You look further, they say, oh, there are schemes that may be available, but at most you need 10% deposit. Then you have the idea in your mind that yes, for this £250,000 house, I need at least 25,000 deposit. Then subconsciously and consciously you start working towards it, and maybe even reserve the house, because as you are looking at the house, hundreds of other people are also looking at the house online. They have their eyes on it. So until you reserve a house, you have no assurance that it is yours. I know I was all over the place, but I hope I was able to answer your question. Next question is, how many months is the process? So for me, like I said earlier, the process for me was roughly 2 months, and it differs from people to people, from builder to builder, from solicitor to solicitor, you know. And some solicitors are, you know, fast. Some are very slow, you know. So it depends on a lot of factors, really. Yeah, it depends on a lot of factors, but for me it was roughly 2 months. Next question says, did I get semi-detached or detached? Oh right, yeah, so I got a detached. This house is a detached house with attached garage and garden. I don't even know what pole the garden is facing. You know, there's south facing garden and north facing garden. I don't know. I just know that it has a garden and it has an attached garage. So the next question says, how long can one reserve a property for? So the length of time you can reserve a property for is dependent on the policy of the home builder. Like I said earlier, there are different factors that will come into play, such as the stage at which the house is and all that. For me, the house was already completed, and my reservation was for 6 weeks. So I went for viewing and reservation on the 4th of July, and my reservation fee was going to expire on the 15th of August. So that was 6 weeks. I want to believe that whether or not the house has been completed or still being built, that is the standard. However, for other builders, I am not sure how long it will be, you know, but I think 6 weeks is reasonable, and it might be the same for other builders too. So when you go view a house, You can ask them like, how long will the reservation fee be for? And you know, there are also some clauses attached to reservation fee. So I think they gave me a cooling period of 2 weeks. Like, I could change my mind within 2 weeks or a week. I'm sorry, I don't really remember. But they will give you a cooling period, like, or maybe if you change your mind. They gave me that cooling period that if I change my mind and I don't want it anymore, I have to write to them, you know, type and say, I am not interested in this house anymore. So, you know, I want to get back my reservation fee. But after that 2 weeks lapses, then I am committed to buy that house, or else I could forfeit my reservation fee. The next question that I have says, how much did I put down as down payment? Right, so I've said this earlier. I put down 5% as down payment. It was supposed to be 10%, but because the builder is having this 5% contribution incentive, so I only needed 5% to add to it. So it was 5% that I put down. This question is about stamp duty. For this house, I did not pay stamp duty because it is a first home. Because I'm a first-time buyer, I didn't have to pay stamp duty. Next question says, how much is solicitor fee? So my solicitor fee, after I calculated everything, I think my solicitor fee was going to 2K. There might be some that may be cheaper, and there may be some that may be higher, but I paid roughly 2K for solicitor fee. How did I build my credit score? So there are a lot of ways that you can build up your credit score. I've actually done a video about this years ago. I'll try and link it somewhere around here, and I might do another video, an updated video about it. One of the ways in which you can build your credit score is to take out credit. Yeah, it is called credit score. So if you have no credit, or if you are like, I cannot be taking something on credit, too, I have to buy something I pay with my money once and for all, forget about it, you're not ready for credit score. Take out credit and make sure that you are not missing your payments. Your payment streak must be on point. And when you are taking out credit, make sure that you are factored in your other spendings, your outgoings, your expenditures, and your incomings, your salary, and you know, all the money that is coming in, so that you know that it is something that you can afford on a monthly basis. Take out credit, ensure that you are paying monthly, or you know, however you have told them that you'll be paying. Make sure that your payment streak is on point. You are not missing your payments. Make sure that your details are correct. Make sure that you are registered to vote wherever you are staying, wherever you are living. Register to vote. The next question is a funny one. It says, does the UK allow people to plant flowers or vegetables in the backyard? As long as it's your backyard, I believe you are free to plant whatever you want to plant. It is your backyard, so you can do whatever you want to do. I have seen videos of people who planted tomatoes, you know, and all sorts in their backyard. As long as it is not harmful to the environment, and yeah, it is safe, you know, for you, for the air, for, you know, for people living around. I believe you can plant whatever you want to plant. As long as it's reasonable, you can plant whatever you want to plant. Whatever vegetables you want to plant, I believe that you can plant it. However, UK soil is, I don't understand. UK soil really doesn't allow for growing a lot of things, so you might have to do a lot of work with the soil, you know, to plant vegetables and, you know, the things that you might want to plant. But as far as I know, you are allowed to plant flowers and vegetables in your backyard, as long as it's your backyard. It's not somebody else's backyard. If I'm wrong, please let us know in the comment section. So next question says, what are the questions to ask your mortgage advisor? This is such an important, very, very important question that I had to do a full video on it. So if you're planning on buying your first house or your next house and you're wondering in this year what are the questions that I need to be asking my mortgage advisor, so that it will not delay your process, so that you will not discover that you have been dealing with somebody that is not recognized by the government as a mortgage advisor, then you need to watch this next video right here, and I'll see you there. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye.